Hi, Calcium. How are you? Hello, everyone. Hi, Benito. No, you are not first, Dixie. You're fourth. Hi, Defying Productivity and Dixie. Calcium is first on YouTube, and then Benito's second. Defying is third, and you're fourth, Dixie. Did you see the Divinity trailer? Is this the new Larian Studios game? I haven't seen anything. I've only like heard about like a new game. I'm like, I haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3 yet. So I'm like, I don't know. Hi, Sam. I'm gagging at the 14 house support. You know what I thought about that video? I was a little scared of putting out that video because I thought people might find me to be like too negative and they might hate on that video and hate on me because they might be like, oh my god, like Luminum is just being a hater, blah 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 blah. But it seems like a lot of people can understand from my perspective, which is great. But I did want to like talk about the more of it in this stream, like follow up. So I'm just gonna queue up and then we'll talk about more of the items today. Hi Benito. Hi Gwen, what fun builds are you trying out today? I'm not trying out any fun builds. I'm talking about the season 16 items and why I don't like them, but I'm gonna wait until game till I talk about them. Hi Oki, hi Pinnaku. The rage quit sent me. You know, I was meant to get a penalty, but because the Ari rage quit in that game, I didn't get a penalty in it. Hi Major. But how are we all today? Yesterday I went to do like orthodontic appointment and there's a lot of going around places, a bit of a ordeal. Thankfully we did have it. And then I was meant to get an x-ray done, but like, cause it was like a little late and the buses messed me up. I tried to go on the bus to get to the like x-ray place because the x-rays there like stopped working on that like the day before, so like so unlucky of me. And so I went to get my x-rays done, traveled to the place, even though the buses were late. Like I was on one bus and then that bus stopped and I was like, oh, sorry, you have to get up because this bus is not running anymore. You can go on the next one. So I was like, okay, fine, waited there. By the time I got to the place had closed down already, and so I got there for nothing. So it's a bit of an ordeal. But yeah, it's quite annoying. I got Cyrene. Yay, I love that for you. I'm waiting for Dahlia. When's Dahlia coming out? I'm sitting with the green dye in my hair because AnimeCon is tomorrow. Ooh, hope you're fun. About that video, I actually think you're right. Even when in trying to support, the item scales off max mana, not mana reaches, so it will still seem pretty bad. I think should at least give it an AP. I haven't checked all the... I mean, I think I have. There were some items that boost your mana stuff. Hi Kadaki, thank you for the sub. That boost your damage and all that, but I think that's a mid lane item. I don't think it's a support item. Will Arena stay in the new season? I think it's gonna stay for another few more months. Hi, Manfam. Hi, Fatus. Do you see Expedition 1 game of the year? Oh my god, as it should. I know some bitches like don't like it, Expedition, and they're like they're the people that don't understand like free rent and like they vote for solo leveling, I bet. Those are the same people that don't get Expedition. I'm coaching a cute boy TFT while I'm at work. Love that for you. Also, a little bit of an update on if anyone cares about my orthodontic appointment yesterday. So it does turn out that I do have a crowded teeth and like my mouth is smaller, and so what the plan is going to be is, and I thought I was going to do they were just going to be like 15-minute yap session, but they actually, you know, went through like the plan and all that and checked the teeth. So I do have like a small mouth, a crowded mouth, and the plan is I'm going to have that thing stuck up my, what I've been talking about, how it sticks up, attach it to the top of my mouth, and it'll eventually crank it open to create more space. And then on the bottom, I'll have to have like jaw surgery, because like as an adult, you kind of need that. So I think what I'll do is like cut this open, like put something there, and so my bottom one comes forward, so there's more space for the tongue. And then they took pictures of my mouth and like my front, side profile, etc. And then they did some scanning, like a 3D scanning of my mouth by putting in like this camera, and it's like whatever. So like it's a model of my mouth. So I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was like gonna be a yap session. I was meant to get my x-rays on there, but the x-ray stopped working yesterday. And so I had to go to an x-ray after them, and I traveled there. But because the buses screwed me over and then like fucked me up, like they were late, and then the first bus I was on like cancelled midway, and so like kind of kicked off everyone. And so I waited for the next bus, which was like 10 minutes late. And so by the time I even got to that like x-ray place, they had already shut down, so I went there for nothing, for no reason. And I meant to hang out with my friends afterwards, but like I was too tired from it. So yesterday was a bit of like yeah, an expander. I had that when I was younger. Two versions of that manually cranked one. Yeah, there was like one for small like kids and then one for an adult, I think. Fair warning, it causes an indent on your tongue. I see. Does it ever go away? I was still trying that moonstone. You'll wait and see. Is it her teeth not hurting? But it's just to straighten it out, and more importantly, it's to create space so the tongue isn't obscuring my airflow, because like the reason why I have such a hard time sleeping is because there's not enough airflow. And if you like get more space in your mouth through orthodontics, then you can breathe better and therefore sleep better, which is my main thing. Like it's about time I have like good sleep, because I've just, you know, sleep's important. Sleep is important. So I'm gonna ban Lulu.
I recommend skipping.
Do supports get exhausted heal now? Hi, kitty. You should get your sleep. Take heal? Okay. Even Soraka?
Let me guide you.
The set is not in this one. Have you seen the new ADC gold bug? I haven't. I don't really care too much about my runes. I'm not trying to like, not the point of not the point of my video right now. When we get to game, I'll talk about what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna put on my YouTuber voice, okay? You guys don't mind when I do like YouTuber stuff, right? I absolutely hate doing it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, hey, welcome back to my channel, guys! Hi, Electric. I just wanted to say that before going to sleep. I know that you're not really coming back too late, but your video from back then really made me look into your build and logic in the game and helped me a ton. Oh, I'm glad. That's why I made stuff, because I don't like all these other YouTubers that are just like, oh, here's some clickbait build and like go wild, but like, which is like fun and all, but like, you don't learn shit. And so like actually talking through builds and like thinking like let's bitches like actually do things on their own instead of being like, hey Lamy, what's the next build? I can't think for myself. Anyways. Let me buy my item first. Okay, welcome back everyone. Welcome Twitch chat, and for those coming from YouTube. So this is gonna be a follow-up video on my last one. So in my last video, if you watched it, I was playing songs of, or Diadem of Songs item, the new season 16 item on my Twitch, and I talked about why I didn't really like it. And I had a read of the comment section, and I just wanted to make a bit of a follow-up on that. So in particular, one question I came across was person, and this also sometimes my Twitch chat says, is the new song, the new Echoes of Helia item is gonna be like the old Athene's Unholy Grail, and I think you'd like it. My chat thinks I'll like it. And this video is gonna be me talking about like why I will not be liking it and why I don't actually think it's a particularly interesting item. And I know that I was a little worried that maybe my last video and me talking about this, some people might think it's a little like, oh, I'm just being so negative. But trust me, I'm not trying to be negative or anything. It's just truly how I feel, because people want me to like come play the game again, and I'm like, I just truly don't find that same interest that I did compared to the other seasons in the league back then. Hold on, here's barrier. I'm gonna try my best to talk and play at the same time, so bear with me. I should have used that potion sooner, but honestly I don't know if I would have lived because he just got that force shot and gagged my puss. So I just wasted my potion there. Okay, so if you guys listen to the reason why I didn't like Diadem of Songs, is that it's not just an item problem, it's a League of Legends fundamental problem that has been shifting for years now. And that is, Riot does not like fun, experimentative stuff. Riot likes this to be that, and this to be in a box, and that's that, right? And that goes for champions as well. It's not just items. And so the problem with Diadem of Songs, which by the way I understand, there was a commenter saying like, oh, Diadem of old Moonstone was fun, but let's be real, it was kind of broken and strong because like all you had to do was buy an item. And I totally understand that. That is very true. Moonstone was strong, and you definitely just like bought Moonstone in lane and you could just sustain through the lane. It was pretty, honestly, a busted item. The reason why I kind of justified Moonstone was that anyone could kind of build it. You could go Moonstone Senna, you could go Moonstone Soraka, you could go Moonstone Malzahar, Moonstone Brand, Moonstone Zara, Moonstone, literally anyone you wanted. And everyone would be somewhat on an even playing field. And so I found it to be enjoyable because you can experiment with it. But you can't do that with Diadem of Songs because there's so many restrictions, being that you have to stack the tier, the mana portion, and then you have to wait for it to build up and then build into, like, transform into the new item. And not everyone's going to be able to use those stats, as you saw on my Twitch. Twitch doesn't really need that mana. And so even if I did build the item, I'm literally only having 200 HP because the rest of the stats are so useless. I'm spending 3,500 gold for useless stats. Like, that will never ever work in... it will never work in high elo. Someone was saying like, oh, like Lumi was getting angry at the 13 cooldown or whatever. But, sorry, 13 healing, but she actually healed 140 something in one spell. Which is true, I did heal 140 with my W or whatever. But at that late in the stage, 20 minutes in the stage, that's not practical, that's very bad. That is bad. And trust and believe when I say this, if I were to play Twitch Diadem of Songs in ranked mode in like Masters Plus, I would be told to kill myself. And I'm a T-slur, etc. every single game for throwing it a game. Trust and believe that would happen. Because it's not good. It is actually pretty bad. I'm gonna get the Songs of Diadem. Let me get my TM. The new Echoes of Helia. I kinda wanna build this first. Surely this game will last long enough. Anyways. So trust and believe that would happen. And I say with full certainty, it's not good, the Diadem of Songs on Twitch, which it makes it boring. And so that's like a fundamental thing about Riot and League, where they don't want these like fun whack things, they just want, okay, Soraka Diadem of Songs, Janna Diadem of Songs, and whatever. And that is why I don't like Echoes of Helia, which is the old Athene, Unholy Grail. For those that don't know, the older things on Holy Grail, or this new Echoes of Helia is, you essentially store the damage you do, and then in that stored damage, you can release that damage as healing for your team. So if I do 200 damage on Soraka, I'll store that 200 damage, and when I heal someone, I will then heal for 200. So obviously the only characters can use this are the ones that can heal. You cannot use Echoes of Helia Zyra. You cannot do Echoes of Helia Brand. You cannot Echoes of Helia on so many characters. It essentially eliminates 90% of the roster. And even for those that can use it, there are going to be champions that aren't ever going to be using it. You're not going to go Echoes of Helia Tahm-Kench. Tahm-Kench can shield with his ultimate, but you're not going to ever go Echoes of Echoes. I'm just going to call it Echoes. You're not going to go Echoes on Tahm-Kench unless you're actually trolling. You're not going to go Echoes on Thresh. Thresh can shield, but you're never going to go it if you're actually playing seriously, right? And so that's why I never liked the item. It wasn't a very particularly interesting... I'm so dead. It's not a particularly interesting item, because all you do is, oh, you do damage and then you heal, which is obviously great for Soraka. And by the way, when I talk about these items, I'm not talking about how strong they are. We already know how strong it will be on Soraka. We already know how strong it'll be on... fuck, my ping. I couldn't flash in time with my ping. We obviously know that it's going to be strong on Soraka. We obviously know it's going to be strong on Sona, etc. Has anyone here watched Devil's Wear Prada? Do you know, like, the quote? Florals for spring. Groundbreaking. It really is that. Like, when I'm not talking about how strong it is, I'm talking about how fun it is and how interesting it is. But there's nothing interesting to me about putting some echoes on a healer and then calling it day, because that's, again, florals in spring, groundbreaking, you know? And there are some characters who can shield but can't use it properly. Like, back then, Morgana couldn't really use Athene's that well because Morgana has a 20-second cooldown on her shield unless she upgrades it and gets cooldown reduction. And so she could never really use Athene's properly. You will always see that if you were Morgana versing, let's just say, Soraka with Athene's, the enemy Soraka's Athene's would have had 10 times the healing of your Athene's on Morgana. And it was just because that's just how it is. And so, obviously the good characters can use the Athene's, like Soraka, Janna, Sona, whatever. But like, what's so fun about that? Where's the experimentation? Where is the creativity? So that's why I don't enjoy these items. And again, this is not just the items, it's League of Legends philosophy in general. They just don't like that fun stuff anymore like you could back then. Back then, I used to see Trundle support, and then he got nerfed 10 times, and then we stopped seeing Trundle. Back then, we used to have Malzahar support that got nerfed like 5 to 10 times, and then that's what we have now. Like, we have the Malzahar that we currently have because of Malzahar support, and I played that Malzahar support back then. You know, just at the end of my time in my league, we had Janna top lane with Smite. I still think to this day Janna's top Smite is the most interesting build I have ever seen in my League of Legends life. I've never played Janna top lane, I'm not a top lane, obviously. But it was a fun build, and it was interesting. And it's not like it was a troll thing, right? Like, the person that created Janna top Smite lane, he was quite literally the rank 1 on EU servers or NA servers. I can't remember which one. It was one of those servers. And when I say rank 1, I don't mean that exaggerate. He was literally rank number 1. Oh, nice. She should really fight. Yeah. He was literally rank 1, like 1,500 points on EU or whatever. So it's not like it was trolling, it worked. But Riot was like, no, we don't like any of this. We don't like Janna top lane, we're putting her back in support. How boring. Oh. Twitch, they didn't like Twitch support. I think they did nerf Twitch a bit and put him back in ADC. Seraphine, I know there are some people wanting Seraphine to be I think a mid lane or something. There's sometimes people I hear like they're not very happy with Seraphine's current state and they want her in some particular role, but like Riot's like, no, we're keeping Seraphine in this particular spot. So like it happens with champions as well, and that's just like a running thing with League of Legends that I've seen over the past few years that I just simply do not vibe with. And so that's when the fun and enjoyment has really been sucked out, and I just truly cannot enjoy League anymore, amongst many other reasons. I've already made videos on why I stopped playing League and like covered everything, but this is one of the reasons. I might just link that video down below if I make this into a YouTube video. I'll link that, like the video where I talked about why I quit. But yeah, so this was one thing, the creativity aspect. And so when I look at all these like season 16 items, that's literally what I feel like, oh, florals in spring, groundbreaking, you know? Because you can't, with these new season 16 items, I'm trying to think, what is some fun stuff I can do? Also with the making fun builds. So what makes these builds great is that these items, most people can use, like the old Moonstone, anyone could use it, like I said. But there are certain characters that can elevate it in a way that you might not think about. Oh, I was like, I don't need to flash this, do I? I'm pretty skinny. So for example, with the old Moonstone, Twitch, what made it really nice... Nice. So what made it really interesting about Moonstone Twitch, if you watch my Moonstone Twitch, you can Google it, Moonstone Twitch, to view the whole like rundown, was that his poison could proc Moonstone. And his poison lasts for 8 seconds. Or 6 seconds, sorry. Or however long it lasts for. And so all I needed to do was poison them once, either with an auto attack or with my W, and my Moonstone will proc 3 to 4 times depending on if I have item haste. And that was really interesting. And it made it so that Twitch Moonstone actually worked better than Moonstone anything else. It was better than Moonstone Soraka, it was better than Moonstone Janna, because he could just elevate that item. Now, do not be mistaken, that is not me saying that Twitch support is stronger than Janna. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, Janna and Soraka and all these people are stronger than Twitch support. What I am saying is that Moonstone specifically on Twitch was better and more enjoyable because he could elevate it. So rather than thinking Moonstone serving my champion, it was the other way around. It was the other way around. It was Twitch serving Moonstone, right? Hold on, let me get this guy. Never mind, Cuz not coming down. So it's not that, oh, like I'm trying to make Twitch stronger with Moonstone. I was thinking, how do I make Moonstone stronger? Which hero, which champion can make Moonstone more interesting? Right, it was the other way around. Why is he thinking me? As if he's not the one like losing my lane. Oh my god, that collector. I would have had enough to live, but his collector, I didn't realize that. Why is he pinging me? Anyways, and so, and I can give you another example. Another example would be Luden's Echo. So the old Luden's Echo was that you would run around and you get your charge. You get 100 charge, and then when you damage them with an ability, it would do that like splash damage, and then you get move speed. And the move speed was the important part. So what I created was Malzahar with Luden. Because normally with Malzahar you'd build damage over time, right? You'd build Liandry's. But I was like, I want to have some fun. I want to make Luden's Echo with cooldown. Item haste, sorry. Item haste. And what made it good on Malzahar specifically was that Malzahar's the type of person to run around a lot because he damage over time. Just summon your minions, poison them, run around. Easy done. And he's a very susceptible character. He has no dashing, so he needs that move speed. Like, he absolutely needs that move speed. Ooh. He absolutely needs that move speed, right? And so he could actually proc Ludens a lot more better than Lux. Again, that's not to say Lux is worse. It's not to say Malzahar is better as a mid laner. In fact, Malzahar is pretty bad as a mid lane. But what I'm saying specifically is that Ludens, what's interesting... Oops, I didn't get the hill. Don't really care about her. On Malzahar, because of his way to proc it. And so, because of his damage over time, he can always proc the 100%, the 100 Ludens charge, compared to someone like Lux who has more of these burst windows of her spells, right? 5-6 seconds, whatever. So she can't like always proc it like 100%. Oh, bye. So that was interesting. It was interesting to play with items like that. But now they've gotten rid of it. There's no more move speed on Luden's companion, and they changed a bit of the mechanics of Luden's, which made it, to me, not as enjoyable. So there's no more experimentation with that, right? So that's another example of like another item that was gutted. Like I don't know why Riot just hates it or decided to change it or whatever. So it's just like a reoccurring theme with Riot where they will change items because they want this to be that, oh, we don't want Moonstone to be like this. We want this to be Dynamo Song, so Dynamo Song can only be used on enchanters. We don't like Moonstone Lilia. We don't like Moonstone Twitch. We don't like Moonstone Zara, right? And then with champions, like, oh, we don't like Janna top lane. We don't like Twitch support, blah 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 blah. And so it gets to a point where shit is just so boring. And there's no more fun, there's no more interesting builds. I don't care about climbing. I don't care about climbing to Challenger and playing the most tryhard things. I don't want to play Janna over and over and over and over again. I don't want to play Soraka over and over and over and over again. That's boring. I want to have fun making fun builds. But it gets to a point where, like, honestly, these builds that you make, you have to decide, do you want to have fun creating fun builds? Or do you want to actually climb? Because there are some builds that just will not work. I can go Diadem or Songs on Twitch, right? I could. I can go Diadem or Songs Twitch, I can go Echoes of Helia on Twitch Season 16. But I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna climb. I'm not gonna get anywhere because the item is just... it's not made for that. Like, I'm really forcing it at that point. Oh my god. And so it's just like not enjoyable. Girl, let's not lose. I haven't built my diamonds, I haven't built my Echoes of Helia yet. And so people say like, oh, I'm gonna love the new Echoes of Helia. What is there to love? Like seriously, what is there to love about Echoes of Helia? That'll be strong? Yeah, it's gonna be strong, right? Like, gain 35% of pre-mitigation damage dealt to champions, the soul charge up to 170, healing or shielding an ally. Again, so only healers and shielders can use this. You can't do this on Zyra. You can't build this on Zyra. You can't build this on Bran. Who else? You can't build this on Teemo. You can't build this on... you can only build this on shield support or heal support. What's fun about that? Is it strong? Sure, it'll be strong. But again, I don't care about how strong it is. I'm caring about how fun it is and how interesting it is and how many different characters I can use it on, what can I experiment it on, etc, etc. And it's not interesting, it's not fun. And before anyone says, oh, Dynamo Songs can proc it too, girl, be so real. I've already said it in this video. You're not gonna build Dynamo Songs on every character. You're not. You're not gonna build Dynamo Songs on Twitch. You're not gonna build Dynamo Songs Misfortune support. You can if you want to be told to kill yourself every single game and that you're trolling. For sure, you can, because it is trolling, it is bad. You will be useless. It can work in Bronze and like maybe Platinum and all that, but it won't work in Masters Plus, I can assure you that. Like, you're not going to build it. And so these like fringe moments of like, oh, but I can build Dynamo Songs and then go Echoes of Helia Karthus support and like, oh my god, I'm gonna heal my team as Karthus. Girl, that's not gonna happen. That's not practical. But with the old Moonstone, you could do that. Old Moonstone, oh my fuck. You could do that with old Moonstone, right? You could... Oh my god, that's fucking... With the old Moonstone, you could build Moonstone Twitch, Moonstone Carthus, Moonstone Saves, Moonstone your mom. Like, you literally could. And that's what made it fun to me. Even though it was a strong item. But I found it to be fine because anyone could essentially use it, as long as you were ranged, right? That's how I justified it compared to something like Athene. Where Athene was like, it was a broken item, Athene, but what made Athene not so fun to me was that you could only use it on specific heal shield items, characters. Because you're not gonna go Athene's Thrash, you're not gonna go Athene's Bard, because Bard is... Like, I mean, you kind of did, but it was like Bard will always have less healing because his cooldowns were a lot longer. You're not gonna go Athene's Morgana. I mean, like, again, you could, but like 20-second shield is a very long time to proc it compared to Soraka, who can heal every 1 to 3 seconds or whatever, right? And so there was no like experimentation. It was just obviously you're gonna go Echoes of Helia or Athene's Soraka and Sonar. Like, I guess like what I want to get the point across is like, when you build these items and you're thinking of the build, do you actually think you're some mastermind like Einstein theory crafting god? Like when you're like, oh my god, I can make Echoes of Helia Lily. Wow, I'm such a theory crafting god. Oh my god, like this is such a never to be seen build. Like, do you actually genuinely think that? Like, look at this, like, Bandle Pipes. Slowing or immobilizing an enemy champion grants fanfare, 4 seconds. Grant 2 move speed while you have fanfare nearby allies, gain increased attack. Yeah, it's like, whatever. Okay, I guess anyone was slow. But, like, you're not... Other than that, like, are we really going to be gagging over this? Like, oh my god, like, let me go slow Teemo. Slow Teemo, oh, like, that's the new thing. Support Teemo with this, like... Oh, Echoes, you know, again with Echoes of Helia, like... Echoes of Helia... Who? Like, Karma. Like, oh my god, I'm so big brain. I created Echoes of Helia Karma. Like, no... It's not big brain because everyone is doing it. Like, everyone knows to do Echoes of Helia on these support enchanters. Like, that's not unique. Right, that's not unique. And so, yeah, people that want me to play League of Legends again and like, why I don't find it fun or blah blah, this is the reason why. Again, it's not me trying to be negative. It's just simply me explaining why I don't play the game like I used to. Because back then, it was more fun. I genuinely had a lot of fun in League, and I just don't find that same fun anymore. I'm not gonna force myself to play League just because people want me to. And I made a lot of money in League, by the way, like a lot. So, like, that in itself should show you how much I dislike 5v5 League. Like, I made a lot of money and I'm choosing to not play League, so let that sink in, right? It's because I just genuinely don't enjoy playing the same shit over and over again. Whereas in something like TFT Arena, I've been playing a lot of TFT Arena because I've been loving that. I find the building really fun because of that, like, augments that you can do. The interesting augments and fun weird builds, because there are things I've never played before. I've never played things like infinite AP Oriana, infinite cooldown Zillion, infinite this, infinite that, burn Leona. Like, I've never played these builds before. But it works in TFT Arena because of how unserious it is with and the augments. And that's why I've been just playing it more and focusing on more. For those that are interested in my 2v2 stuff, you can follow me on my second channel. Just scroll down below. It's my full gameplay channel, Luminum Untucked full gameplays. Hold on. Oh my god, the ping. Not that it was saved anyways. I've been focusing a lot on my TFT Arena because I just enjoy that more. I'm down to play 5v5 again one day, like if League of Legends brings back really fun experimentation stuff. But as of right now, how things are, it just looks like Riot will never be that, right? Riot has gotten rid of, you know, the champions, like, you know, Janna top lane, or like, they don't like that shit. They don't like fun stuff. They've changed so many of the items to be only very hyper-specific to each role. And by the way, they've said this stuff already before, so I'm not saying anything new. Like, this has come from their mouths, Riot's mouths. So they don't like these like weird like Twitch support, Janna, top lane, blah blah blah. And I understand Diadem of Songs is a very specific item that they've made because they don't like the old Moonstone. I get that's their vision, but I don't like their vision. I don't have fun with their vision. Hence why I'm not playing League like I used to. Because like seriously, to me, I think like, what's the point of having items if I'm forced to build the same thing over and over again? Because like seriously, if you like think back over your League games, seriously tell me and ask yourself, how many different builds have you actually played? Like, if you played 50 games of Soraka, or 50 games of whatever characters you play, like, I seriously want to know, how many different builds did you actually play? And I don't mean like, oh, I built Ardent Sense of this game, and then I built Staff of Flowing Water this game. I meant like seriously a whole change up in builds. Most likely you're probably only having like 1 to 2 different builds with some variations, like, oh, you swap out Ardent Center for Staff of Flowing Water if you have more AP/AD, blah 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 blah. Right? But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like an actual like full-on fleshed out different build. And it's very rare that you would have found that. And so again, like to me, I think like, well, I feel like the point of having items in these builds is to create some fun stuff, right? And having so many champions I get to play in different roles, like that's where the fun is. But if I can't do that because Riot's like, oh, you can only play Seraphine support, and you can only play Twitch support, or Twitch ADC, and you can only play Janna support, and you can only play this and nothing else, and blah, blah, it's like, I just feel like I'm too boxed in, and there's literally nothing I can do. There's no amount of theory crafting I can do to like expand upon these items because they're so limiting. I want to be like Diadem of Songs this, Diadem of Songs Twitch, Diadem of Songs of that. I would love to, but I simply cannot because of how the game has evolved, how Riot has changed the game, and how they just want everything to be in a box. So yeah, that's kind of why I don't, like League anymore. And for those that are like, oh, like you love Echoes of Helia, the new item, it's like all Athenes. I hope this gives you some insight as to why it's a very uninteresting item for me. If you love it, if you think you'll enjoy it, more power to you, love that for you. But I'm not looking at the game on how to climb. I'm not looking at the game as like, oh, this item will get me to Challenger, or I can win tons of games now in Soraka. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. I want to find fun builds, interesting builds, unique builds that are just like, oh wow, I've never seen that before. I've never seen Janna smite top lane. That's what's fun to me. But I don't think you can see that anymore. Seriously. But yeah, that is the whole rundown on it. A little bit of a follow-up on my last video. I might do some more follow-ups depending on like what the comments are. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But for now, I don't really see myself playing any more 5v5, and I'm gonna be sticking to my 2v2 arena, which again, by the way, if you are interested in the 2v2 arena, just follow me on my second channel, which you can scroll down below, and I'm gonna be focusing also on teamfight tactics because I'm really loving that again. So yeah, please follow me on those channels if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you all there. Okay, that's all. Thank you for the raid, Zalem. Thank you. That is all I wanted to talk about. Okay, time to go back to 2 arena, whatever. I feel like playing Zoe. Oh, you know what? I've been watching a little bit of like detention clips on his Zoe, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like feel like playing Zoe a lot. I don't know about 5v5 though, because it's like boring. How's your TFT? Hard stuck. Let's play some 2v2 arena now. I hope you guys enjoyed that little chatting moment. I think I'll do more like chatting stuff here and there about League. I'm not like fully playing League like that. Hello, 2v2 plus. I've been good, Lilac. How are you? Let me see my rank first, yeah. Platinum 3. Yeah. I haven't climbed that much. APR. Gave me what I needed. Thank you. You're so welcome. Get something to do it with and play Zoe Lux Bottling Girl. I only have Kyosi to play that with. I don't mind playing some League with Kiyose, but the thing is Kiyose is focusing on his trying to expand his YouTube. I'm trying to help him, trying to be his manager, and I want him to focus on mid lane because that's kind of what he is. You should not use a K word frequently in YouTube. The AI system is now turning. Oh, but when I'm editing, I will bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. Yeah. Trying Apex rank cheaters everywhere. Damn. K myself. Leon. Thank you for the sub, yo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Those cases still going charges mid? They can, but I think they're just focusing on like the control mages. Let's see the shop. I already got Dawnbringer. I'm not gonna pay for that because I'm gonna join League Partnership Program one day and I'll get my skin back. Yeah. I did see some Rogue clips. She looks cool. I'll play some Marvel when it comes out. Can I use the K word in like titles and all that? Because sometimes in my League titles I'll be like, I can kill them so quickly. Oh, I can, you know, blah 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 blah. Am I allowed to say that in title? Like, or like if there's like some sort of like counter augment, right? Like, I counter them with my bramble and all that, and they just K-word themselves as they hit me, blah blah. I think you have to use in-game. I feel like that's like a meme, the in-game part. You really shouldn't. Okay, I won't say it then. What do you think of Deadpool? I mean, I don't have an attachment to these characters. It's more like to me. I just see more characters, great fun, but I don't really care who. They could add a fucking ant to the game. Like I could not care less as long as it's like a new character. That's fun. Like they could add Zoe. Like I don't care. Expedition 33 got all the awards as they should, as Expedition 33 should. Yeah. The new Divinity game, I will be checking it out, and I do want to play it, but I haven't even finished Baldur's Gate. 33 deserved it. Where wins me? No, I would not be. Do you think characters being strong or not contributes how fun it is? I would say so, to a certain degree. I don't mind weak characters. I love playing my weak characters because like my Storm in Season 0 and my Adam Warlock and all that. It's more so bitches yapping because when you are playing a weak character, you will eventually get people being swap off Adam Warlock, swap off this and that. And that gets quite tiring and boring. It's not that I don't like Adam. It's that these bitches it's that Adam brings out these bitches. and it gets really annoying. So. And mobilizing the enemy grants your opponent cursed power. I just need 5 sleeps. But I don't think I should do it on Zoe being the only one. So I'm just gonna get 1 routine for my AP. Yeah. We love Zoe. The only character I have fun now, I feel. Kinda makes me wanna play some Zoe support in 5v5. But I'm like, do I want to though? Do I want to play 5v5? Like 2v2 is fine. Like I can do fun sleeps here, and it's fine. It's fine. Hi, warm honey. How are you? Double ADC. I feel like double ADC is pretty bad in 2v2. I feel like they never like get to the top unless like their bonk is broken. Oh my god! I thought. Bitch. Yeah, I didn't get a plant, so sickening. Oh my god. Oh my god, me missing everything. This is why I did not get the immobilizing thing, I would have had 0 stacks. Oh! It's fine, I need a scowl. Especially on this map. I can't do much, so it is what it is with Zoe. I feel like it's just like a thing you just have to accept with Zoe. Like she really can't do anything early, for the most part. Like it is what it is. It really is if you're good. You're good, I don't think meta matters to me. You have it or you don't. I mean... I don't entirely agree with that. There is, especially with Marvel Rivals, if you are playing a non-meta character, it's non-meta for particular reasons. And yes, that doesn't mean you can't climb. Like you can still. Oh, I'm not getting that. I need boots. I'm getting this. I need boots in Zoe. You absolutely can still climb on Ad Warlock, and you can climb on other things, but you would never be as good as someone that is actually the meta, like Luna Snow, right? There's a lot more limitations in Marvel because there's no items and no building, there's no nothing. It is just the numbers of the character. Let me get my Q. Ugh, I don't have any boots anymore. I really need Cosmic Drive for my sphere. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are as Wonder. And I'm talking about before Wonder buffs, because she's getting some more buffs. Like for Wonder, it does not matter how gag you are on Wonder. There will be a time or a point where you can no longer climb anymore, or a brick wall that you can't overcome. Like, you can maybe climb if you get lucky and spend like 10,000 games per day to the point where you have just 1 billion games. Sure, maybe. But that's not exactly good. Wait, what the fuck? Another Jin Draven? Is this like meta? Like, what's going on? Is this a thing? What the hell? Oh my god. I still need items. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, it's giving nothing. Oh my god, the fucking execute, I can't. And it gets to a point like with Wonder where, yeah, you can be a good Wonder, but if you're losing to Wonder in top 500, it's most likely because the top 500 people are throwing to a Wonder. Most likely. Rune Carver Diamond Tip. So I actually don't think Diamond Tip is great on Zoe. Rune Carver is good and I do need that move speed, so I'm gonna take it. Because I don't have my boots. I really need my boots to kite. But this Casio. Missed it properly, by the way. Oh, by the way, if you hear the fan, it's because it's hot. I have not finished Final Fantasy 16, but I've been playing it a little bit more. Slowly getting through it. Yeah, it's very that. Meta is about comparison. So what Bonita said, it's not that you can't win with something, it's that other things win more, and that is correct. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn. A little close. Slowly scaling. The portal maneuver is freaking sick. Thank you. Let's have my go. That's fine for more move speed. Yes, I do need that. Kiting is very important on this girl. Oh, thank you, Asabelius. Thank you. Right now, Invisible Woman and Woman are so strong that playing anything else feels like throwing. Invisible Woman and Woman. Who's the other woman? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Up! I was not expecting that, Diana. Does that casting here won't let you buy boots? Yeah, you can't buy boots. I feel like it's so important for me. Also, I hate that goddamn map. That map is so unfortunate for Zoe. Like, seriously. I honestly think they should get rid of that map. It's so unfair. This specific map is just so blatantly like for the brawlers and all that, and not for the kiters. Like, it's not even fair. It's just RNG map. They need to get rid of it. Like, how much more of an advantage do these bruisers need and all that?